to the particular resources in regard to these matters?
One, I'm going to speak on a few things here. This is 21st century.
Yes.
And the things that we're experiencing in matters to do with the relation with mental health, gender-based violence, and access to feminine hygiene, it is something that is on the rise. When I talk about mental health, some years ago in the 90s, you will not hear anything like this. We could never have a discussion like this. But now it's catching up with us as a country, as a continent, and as families are talking about it. Children are getting affected.
Yes.
I do a lot of mentorship programs on mental health, and I get response from as young as 10-year-old, 8-year-old talking about how affected they are when the mother and the father are fighting. So we never knew that these things will slip down to our children. So as parents and role models, we have to do something. We don't just sit there, we have to do something and try to make the situation better or create awareness on mental health. So mental illness is a reality. It is with us. We have to live with it, and we must find a solution. And we have cases, we have statistics showing that even right in the country, the numbers on the rise. We have cases of children committing suicide, sadly. And we have cases of children cutting themselves, cases of children running away from home, cases of children going mad or going crazy and going insane. So that tells you that there is a problem. As a country, we have to do something. So what I'm doing is trying to reach out to organizations that are working on the same line, we are on the same page, so that we can be able to focus on the issue and take it down head on. Because if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it. This is our time, and we are leaders. We have to reach out and create awareness and speak to the children, tell them there is another way. Then find out, speak about the problem so that they can be able to solve. You know, when you speak about a problem, it's a half solved. So on the issues of gender-based violence, you can agree with me right here in Kisii and Nyamira County, Gusiiland, we have statistics on the rise. Everybody's worried what is happening. We have cases of women being pushed by their own men that they so love. And we have cases of men being pushed by women as well. And it's both ways, but mostly I can say 60-70% it's men cases that have been reported against women. So I'm not saying trying to be against men, but I'm going to say we need to find out the root cause of the gender-based violences in the land, and what is the trigger, and what should we do. So you asked me about the statistics in relation to other countries. We were so low many years ago, and then in the 20th century, 21st century, now it's on the rise. So the graph is rising so steadily on the global scale. So what I'm going to say, it's not only here in Kenya, but it's everywhere. Go to the US, go to Europe. Recently I was in Costa Rica, and there's statistics as well. And then I do a lot of diplomacy training, organizations, reaching out with organizations, international organizations, local organizations, including non-governmental organizations, also IOs. So in those meetings, we discuss the same thing. Gender-based violence is a thing that we're discussing about. Besides environmental conservation, gender-based violence takes the day. Why? Because it's a global pandemic. So what I'm doing is, my wish is that we can be able to access this information and be able to have more trainers, including teachers, in schools, so that they can be trained on mental health. They can be able to, because they spend more time with children, they can be able to access the children, and they can see the signs earlier enough so that they can stop it before it's too late. Yes.
All right.